Hello friends, myself Pallavi Bhalerao and my friend Vaishnavi Kulkarni. We are from VIT University Chennai and we are going to explain the data file structures. So, the various data file structures are shadow structure, password structure and all. First of all, we'll see the shadow structure. The shadow password or the shadow structure is used to encrypt the password. Shadow password file, it is a file system in which encryption user password are stored. Means we can store the password in the encrypted form, that they aren't available to people who try to break into the system. It is readable only by the root user and contains the password. The shadow file format is that actually we have executed one statement, so we have got an output as if the shadow password are stored in the directory, that is /etc/shadow file. It contains the password in the encrypted form. So the output contains the username, encrypted password, the day since the last password was changed, and the last login, the password which was expired, the password expired account is disabled, and the day since the account is disabled, and a reserve field. The next structure is the group structure. In this, many a format are there. First of all, we'll see the get group list. A get group list is used to get the user which belong to which group. So the format for the group structure, that is get group list, is that first of all we have used the header. We can use the header file as a group.h. In this character user group ID, then the which group it belongs to, it is taken. Then the next is the get group list description. So the get group list function scans the group database. Whole database is scanned. Then particular user belongs to which group, that is given. Then it returns the arrow group to which the particular user belongs to. The next concept in this is the n group. N group argument is the value result grammar. On return, it always contains the number of group found in the which particular group the user belongs to. So the return value means if the number of group of which user is a member is less than or equal to n groups, then the value of n group is returned. If more than if the user belongs to more than one group, then -1 value is returned. The next is the password structure. In the password structure, first of all we are going to see the get pw name. Get pw name is a function that returns a pointer to a structure that contains the broken out field of the record in the password database. All the information it is efficiently retrieved. Next is the get pwuid, means we can get the password and the user ID. This function returns a pointer to a structure and contains the breakout field in the password database which matches, means particular username and the particular password is matched. If it is matched, then only user can log in into the system. The next is the password structure. So the header file for pwd, it contains this field. In this, pw name means the username, pw password means the user password, you can see it. Then pwuid, it contains the user ID. pwgid means the group ID, whatever information of the group ID we can retrieve it. Then pwgecos means the whatever the user information is stored in the database, we can retrieve it efficiently. Next is the pw directory. It is the home directory for the particular user, and the next is the pw shell, that is the shell program of the particular user. Next is the syntax for this is that it contains the header file as the system and pwd. Pwd contains the upper file which we have seen. Then in this, the particular name of the user, password and whatever information, it must be stored in the buffer and the result is retrieved efficiently. In this, the user ID, password and the buffer site and the result is displayed. So in this, the return value we can get is the get pw name, get pwuid function returns a pointer to the password structure or the null. If it is matching, then it can retrieve the username and the password. If it doesn't match, then the error will occur it. So the next part will be continued by Vaishnavi Kulkarni.
So friends, we have seen the structure, that is the password, shadow password, and the group structure. So we will implement this in a program. So this program will display the group list or the user names in the group and the password. So in this example we are using the basic header files, that is the stdio.h, stdlibrary.h, and the group. This group is used to display the group number, means number of groups present in the system, and the user belongs to which specific group it is used to display, and the password. So as we have seen above, the password header file contains all these fields, that is the username, username, user password, user id, group id, user information, home directory, and shell program. So these two header files we are using in our program. So our main program is as below. Here we are declared the variable, that is the n group. It is used to show the number of groups in our system, and we have used group. Here is our group, which group we are belonging to. Then next is the structure. We are using a password to retrieve the password, and the next is the group structure. Okay, so here one printf statement is written where it will display the user, means the username, and the group which he or she belongs to, and the how many groups are there present in the system. If no group is present, then it will exit. Okay. In the below part we have used malloc. The use of malloc is, if generally we use the malloc system call to allocate the memory, but here if there are no group present in the system, it will return an error, okay, that no groups are present in the system. But generally our system contains groups, so it will display the number of groups. Okay, so if we are giving a input as a wrong number, means if in our system there are 8 group present, and if I am giving the input as the 5, so it will generally return -1. It's shown at the downside that how the error will be generated. So this is for the password. This get pw name, this is the command we use for the password. Okay, in this what field are retrieved, that is the username of the user, user id, and the password in the password of that particular user. Okay, if the system didn't set any password, then it will return 0. Okay, and the result will be stored as null. Okay, so here we are declared one variable result, so it will set to 0, and if there is any password, then the password will be retrieved. Okay, in the down we have used the function, that is the get group list. Okay, the use of get group list is to retrieve the group's username as well as the group. So what is the things we can retrieve from that is the username and the group which he or she belongs to, and the number of groups in the system. Total all the groups will be displayed. Okay, if the system doesn't contain any group, means if you are giving the wrong input, if you are given 5 input and there are 7 groups in our system, then it will return the -1, as we have shown here, that if wrong argument is passed, it will return the -1, and otherwise it will and it will also show that how many groups are present in the system. In output we can see that. And in the last statement it will for number of groups, if there are 10 groups, then for j equal to 0 to 10, it will display all the groups in the system. Okay, group and the group name. Okay, means number of the group and the name of the group. Okay, after execution of the program, this output we are visible to this output. See here, first of all I have given the input at 0, means but my it will return return -1 because there are 8 groups in my system, and I have given the output at 0. Similar way, if I give any output as 4, 2, whatever it may be, it will be all return the -1 as a means it will return -1, and it will show that how many groups are present in the system. Afterwards I have given the input at 8, so here it will display the number of groups, that there are 8 groups present in my system, and the number of the groups that are present in my system with their numbers. Means this is 1000, that Ubuntu group is present, 4 admin group. So these are the 8 groups in my system, so it has displayed the number of group as well as the name of the group. Okay, so this was the program for the display the number of the user names and groups, okay, with their group names. In the second example, we will retrieve the password. Okay, we are using the command get password name. We have already seen what is the use of the get password structure, that is it is used to retrieve the user name, its user id, its group id. Okay, so we will see the code. So the basic header files are include same as the password. We have include the header file password because we want to retrieve the password of the user. Okay, in the main function we have used a structured name as password. So in this we have used one result named variable, where we will match our result with the password. Means if our system doesn't have any password, it will show 0. If our system is having any password, it will match with the database, and if it is right, then the output, that the username, user ID will be shown to us. Okay, in this printf statement we have printed our username, that which user is now currently logging to the system. Okay, and in the next we are used one buffer. Buffer is used so that we can match our password with the already stored password in the database. Okay, similarly as we are using malloc in the above function, here also malloc is used for the buffer to allocate the size. Here we will get get pw name. This is the structure we are using in this function. So it will pass the parameters. What is that? Arg of 1. Here we are storing the username. Next is the address of password, means the address where in the database we have stored the password. Next is the buffer. Here we will get the user ID and group ID, and the result means the whatever is the input we have given, whether it is matched with the database, it will show the result 0. Means if our system doesn't set any password, then the result will be 0, and the null will be stored in the database. Okay, that no password is stored for this system. Okay, and it will print that no found, that password is not found. Okay, else the error will be displayed. Next, at the last we have display one printf statement. So it will print the username, the password, and the user ID to which the user belongs to, and the group ID. Okay, thank you.
So we have studied the shadow file structure, group structure, and the password structure. Hope friends you have understood all the structures. Thank you.